Hi, I'm Taylor Wyatt, better known as Y-Boy online. Me and my buddy Nero Angeles watch a ton of movie trailers, and now we're trailer reactors and reviewers for FilmBook. We'll give you the scoop on what's hot and what's not. Today we'll be watching, reacting, and reviewing Peter Rabbit. Let's watch some stuff.
Hey! Blue jacket, no pants, you must be Peter Rabbit!
Yeah, that's right!
I bet that's how the pitch went during the studio meeting.
Generous.
Blue jacket, no pants, that must be Peter Rabbit, that was it.
Graceful stitches.
Our natural rabbit's pace should be able to keep up. Ah! Do you know what? That would never have worked.
Blue jacket, no pants, you must be Peter Rabbit!
Yeah, that's right! Wait, didn't you try to eat me? Show me your teeth. Do like a go, like, It was you! I knew it! How are you?
Yeah,
So
I don't know,
good to
that
see
joke should be funnier, but the pacing is not
you. I
there.
can't think of one thing that could stop our fun.
Humans coming!
Hello.
Run! This way!
Checking on the new neighbour. I'll explain it to him. We all share our land around here. Hello, I'm Bee. These gates are incredibly sturdy.
I just need to keep the wildlife out where they belong.
You're joking, right?
They're angels. This is their place.
Okay, so he's tricked her. There's only one way out of this. He's gotta go.
By murder.
Set traps in my bed.
He's a rabbit. He wouldn't hurt anyone.
His face was so classic. He was like,
I have a vermin problem.
An electric fence will keep him out.
What happens if we touch him?
No, Mrs. Tiggy Winkle, stop!
Walk away.
We can't give up. It's our home.
You're mine now, Rabbit.
Thomas, what's going on here? My two boys getting along. Nothing could make me happier.
Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. Feeling it since 1966.
I got us into this. I'm gonna fix it.
Feel it still.
Rabbit!
Okay, that was the Peter Rabbit trailer, the second one. Now, this one had a lot more of a story to it, but what are your overall thoughts on it, Nero? Because I could tell by your grimace you were holding in something.
It should be funny.
Yeah.
Like, slapstick pain is funny.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Home Alone is founded on that.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious.
Yeah, just something about this, at least the trailer at least, is just not hitting home at all.
I feel like there's two stories already from this trailer. Is guy falls in love with girl, and they're basically going to do the whole, like, you know, the equivalent of like, oh, I have a pet, but my new lover doesn't like my pet.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the relationship with him and the chick, and then like how he doesn't get along with Peter. And then the other one just feels like these sort of, oh gosh, there was a movie,
Yeah, the Save Our Home sort of plot line.
the Save Our Home kind of deal, like you saw in Yogi Bear, or Open Season, or there was another one that had Brendan Fraser, Furry Vengeance.
Yeah, those sort of
Like-
things. Where just the animals fight back against the humans sort of things.
And the thing is this, though, in like Furry Vengeance, like I think the plot is a land developer comes in and the animals fight so the land developer doesn't take away parts of the forest.
Yeah.
In that aspect, the animals who are partially, you know, the main characters that you focus on are the heroes. So you understand where they're coming from, and invaders coming to take their home.
Yeah, that's exactly sort of the reason what I was getting weirded out for, because basically the guy's problem is that causes everything else. It's just that he doesn't want animals to eat his food.
Yeah, like vermin's coming into your garden and eating the stuff you work so hard to grow. Peter's the bad guy.
Yeah.
It's the same logic of Tom and Jerry. Like, oh, Tom's the bullying cat. No, the frickin' mouse is invading the house. That's why you get a cat.
Yeah, like there was another like greater movie, like The Fantastic Mr. Fox, which just sort of like set this up a whole lot more, making the three farmers that are basically after the amazing Mr. Fox total horrible people, like killing the animals and all that sort of stuff. Like, you actually establish the bad guys as the literal bad guys. Like, this guy is kind of an uptight butt face. But
it's like how they tried so hard to achieve that in Over the Hedge. Because they made, like, the homeowner woman so over the top. But she's well-founded in calling an exterminator to get rid of this vermin that goes into your house and, like, tears apart your yard in garbage cans.
Yeah, it's that very odd sort of, like you can't really sympathize with the heroes when the heroes are basically the ones that are basically committing the crimes and such.
Yeah.
Just pushing that aside, do you feel like this would have any sort of like heart to it or anything like that? Because it definitely has that sort of like the audio clips from like, this is our home and such.
The second trailer is certainly better than the first one.
Yeah, it certainly is. Like, if you remember,
like, the first one's just
like, you got like the money thing, you got being more hip hop and all that.
He's throwing lettuce around like he's throwing dollar bills at strippers or hookers. For that budding adult audience that always wanted to see Peter Rabbit make a witticism about like hookers or strippers, I guess. You know,
I guess.
Gotta get that market. I gotta say, I'm impressed. No toilet humor.
Yeah, no toilet humor in this one. There wasn't really toilet humor in the first trailer either, if I remember correctly.
I don't believe so, but I just mean as a whole, like... Because I even think Alvin and the Chipmunks had, like, Alvin putting one of Theodore's droppings in his mouth in the trailer, and it's like... That's
yeah, so...
Oscar.
So it's not Alvin and the Chipmunks sort of trailer bad. It's definitely sort of that sort of generic, sort of like live-action adaptation of a cartoon sort of thing.
Yeah, I strongly have my... First off, I think Sony, the only reason why they went with this is because they want that Paddington Bear money.
Yeah.
Which is weird, because Paddington Bear doesn't even do that well out here in the States or Canada.
Not at all.
It does great in the UK, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But Sony's done nothing but made bad decisions in terms of theatrical releases. They had Spider-Man, and they screwed up so bad with Amazing Spider-Man that they had to basically go crawling to the mouse and beg forgiveness to be allowed the privilege to being in the cinematic universe. And now they're trying to like double down and screw Disney out of characters. Like, one of the big things I hear going around right now is that they're trying to make a movie of Mysterio,
right? And
they're trying to make a movie of Kraven the Hunter, so Disney can't use Mysterio or Kraven the Hunter. Like that, right. Even though Disney made a Spider-Man movie, and like, yeah, Sony's name's attached to it, but let's be honest, it was pretty much Disney and Marvel that did it.
Yeah.
Now it feels like what's happening is that Sony is like, okay, now that we have the taste of that Marvel money, we want to make sure that we could like stick them to the wall. So from what I'm hearing, so you can only take the truth of it from hearsay, is that they're trying to do movies based on certain villains so they can't have the rights to them. Yeah. That's why they're spitting out a Venom movie as quickly as possible that I believe is filming this year, from what I understood. Mm-hmm. And I heard like there's going to be a Mysterio movie and a Kraven the Hunter movie and a Black Cat movie, because it seems like they're trying to screw the studio.
Yeah, exactly.
So Sony clearly can't even play nice with the company that they crawled back to. They took a viable property like Spider-Man, and keep in mind this is the company that released Spider-Man 3, where they were very invasive. It wasn't the story Sam Raimi wanted to tell. They forced Venom into that movie because Venom is cool and like he sells and he's popular, so they forced that to happen. And this is also the studio that tanked a Ghostbuster franchise. And I don't mean like the Ghostbuster movie from from 2016. I mean, as a whole, the whole point of that Ghostbusters 2016 film, that was supposed to lead, from what I understand, is it's supposed to lead into a massive franchise. There were supposed to be spin-offs. There was supposed to be like an animated feature film franchise. There was supposed to be something like Ghostbusters Core, where there's going to be like a Ghostbuster in every city in the world. And like they had all these ideas. There was even like an interview where I think one of the guys had said like, we got like 5 movies ready to go, and that movie bombed so badly, killed it.
Yeah.
Like, this studio cannot make a movie. Period. Yeah. Sony cannot make a movie. They are bad at it. Hell, even their animated films. What's the arguable good one they did? Hotel Transylvania?
Yeah, really.
Which is just, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's mildly above Mad Monster Party, which it's clearly like ripping off.
Yeah, exactly. But just go back to Peter Rabbit, like just sort of what I'm just feeling from it right now. It's like from the initial trailer, I was just saying like, oh, this is just gonna be like on Marmaduke levels of bad. It's just gonna be just sort of like hip hop sort of live action adaptation. But from this one, I feel a bit more hopeful. It feels like it'll just be that sort of generic sort of brand, something that'll be inoffensive in a sense.
I think I hate that terminology.
Yeah.
This film is inoffensive. That to me translates, why is this film even made? Like, there's no reaction. It's like the Emoji Movie, where it's like, you and I watch the trailer and people are like, this looks terrible. This is the worst thing ever. It's Sony. What do you expect?
Yeah, you saw from the trailer that it was just like, meh.
Yeah, it looked like a lame duck flick. So, it delivered on a lame duck flick.
Yeah, really, so we're basically, for me at least, Peter Rabbit is going to be like a nothing movie that when we're going to watch it, it's just going to be like nothing afterwards.
That kind of sucks because visually, the rabbits look good.
Yeah, the rabbits actually look pretty good.
They still look like CGI, fairly obvious in some places, like when the dude was holding Peter, you look at that and you're like, okay, the actor's clearly probably like just either going like this,
holding a ball of air.
Yeah, either a ball of air, or maybe if they were smart, but this is Sony, so I wouldn't. I trust them as far as I can get, throw them.
Yeah, some sort of facsimile they can just paint over and edit it.
Yeah, like if they had like maybe like a green like a plush bunny doll, just so the actor has something to react to.
Right.
That would be something. But it's Sony. I guarantee you they probably didn't do that.
Yeah.
So. The thing is, it looks lame. It really does. It gives me all that spine-tingling creepiness of Yogi Bear and, not the first Flintstones movie, because that one's actually okay, but the second Flintstones movie, which was just lame, Scooby-Doo, there's nothing about this that looks like it's going to be funny, which is a bummer, because again, like, slapstick humor. Slapstick humor is genuinely hilarious. There's an art form to it. The Three Stooges, made their bread and butter being brilliant at slapstick. Yeah. And Home Alone is about 2 doofuses constantly being injured by a kid who trapped his house. And it's hilarious. Yeah, watching those guys get hurt is funny.
Yeah, so slapstick humor is just one of the classic forms of comedy. But there is still an art form to it. And just right now, without any sort of pacing in these trailers, it's just coming across just like, oh well, he just flew across the room. Oh, he just got zapped.
Is it just me, or when he gets zapped across the room, does that feel like it's a CGI model of the guy and not like him pulled on a string?
No, that looks just exactly like him pulled on a string to me, and that just makes it even look faker.
Well, that's the thing. Like the pulled on a string should look better, because it's really the actor being flinged across to get like a body moving realistically. And like nothing really out of this connected with me. It's like a celebration of mediocrity.
Yeah.
They got a script. I wonder if Sony actually did any of the other movies we mentioned. Like, I'm pretty sure Yogi Bear's Warner Brothers, because it's Hanna-Barbera. But like, I wonder who did Open Season. Not Open Season. Something.
Furry Vengeance.
Oh God, the Furry Vengeance. Like, I'm like, I wonder who did that. This also reminded me of like the Woody Woodpecker movie that had a trailer released last year.
Yeah.
Except Woody Woodpecker looked egregiously worse.
Yeah, really pathetically worse. I only saw screenshots and it was just like, ugh.
I want to give this a hard pass, but if this gets like maybe enough likes, let's throw a number there.
Yeah.
If it gets, you know what, 2018. If it gets 2018 likes, we'll go see it, and we'll do a video on it.
Yeah, we'll see, and we'll just see. I'll probably just give it a hard pass right now, but we'll see. We'll see what the future does.
Right now as is, I say hard pass. I'm saying if people hit that like button though and prove they want to watch and stuff on it.
I'm just gonna chop this one out. Let's not do that sort of thing. Let's just go straight with just their stuff, and we'll just put the watching stuff at the very end. Because I have no idea what they do with likes and all that sort of stuff.
That's okay.
Yeah. We'll just chop and we'll just chop right back to it. Yeah, sorry about that. I just don't want to give them more likes than they deserve with us just doing it.
That's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll just chop. Do it. But yeah, Peter Rabbit. No.
It looks blasé. It looks uninventive. We've seen it before. And in a year where just this month Paddington 2 dropped and it was wonderful, this looks like it's just riding on the duffel coattails of a better movie.
It really does. So if you feel that it's not worth your time, this trailer just basically exemplifies those sort of feelings.
It's a celebration of mediocrity.
Yep, so for now, don't even think about going see it until you see a full review on it sometime. Thank you for watching and listening to our review and reaction, folks. Be sure to comment below and tell us your thoughts. Are you excited, skeptical, or fuming mad? Tell us in the comments below and we'd love to hear your thoughts. Now, if you want to go and find our work, go on to film-book.com and search for Taylor Wyatt. You can also find me and Nero on YouTube discussing and analyzing all sorts of animated movies and shows. Follow the link on screen or in the description below. Be sure to subscribe to us and follow our social. If you'd like to support FilmBook though and watch future reaction videos, consider hitting that subscribe button and becoming one of our patrons on Patreon. There's a link to our Patreon page in the description, or you can find us by going to patreon.com and typing in FilmBook. Until the next trailer, thank you and we'll see you then.